I never see what has been done, I only see what remains to be done. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. Avoid evil deeds as a man who loves life avoids poison. We are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. When the mind is pure, joy follows like a shadow that never leaves. Happiness will never come to those who fail to appreciate what they already have. As we go through life, we are constantly presented with opportunities to learn. However, sometimes it can be difficult to see these opportunities for what they are. We can get caught up in the day-to-day grind and forget that there is always something new to learn. It is important to remember that we should never stop learning. Even in the most challenging of situations, there is always something to be learned. When we continuously learn from every situation, we open ourselves up to new possibilities and ways of thinking. We become better problem solvers and adapt more easily to change. So next time you find yourself in a difficult situation, take a step back and see what you can learn from it. You may be surprised at what you discover. Number 1. Learning is a continuous process that happens throughout our lives. No matter how old we are, learning is a continuous process that happens throughout our lives. Every day, we are presented with new situations that we have to figure out how to deal with. Whether it's a new situation at work, a new problem to solve, or just trying to figure out how to get through the day, we are constantly learning. The most successful people are those who never stop learning. They are constantly trying to improve themselves and their skills. They are always looking for new ways to do things and new ways to solve problems. They never stop learning because they know that the only way to stay ahead is to keep learning. While some people might think that they already know everything they need to know, there is always more to learn. The world is constantly changing and evolving, and we need to constantly change and evolve with it. Learning is the only way to keep up with the world and to stay ahead of the competition. Those who never stop learning will always be the ones who are successful in life. They will be the ones who are able to adapt to new situations and to solve new problems. They will be the ones who stay ahead of the curve. So if you want to be successful, never stop learning. Number 2. Every situation presents an opportunity to learn something new. In today's society, it's important to continuously learn from every situation. Because the world is constantly changing, if you don't learn from every situation, you'll quickly become outdated. For example, let's say you're a doctor. In order to keep up with the latest medical advancements, you have to continuously learn from every situation. This means reading new research, going to conferences, and networking with other doctors. If you're a stay-at-home parent, you can also learn from every situation. For example, if your child is acting out, you can learn about different parenting techniques to help manage their behavior. Or if you're feeling isolated, you can learn about different ways to connect with other parents. No matter what your situation is, there's always an opportunity to learn something new. So next time you're in a situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? And see what you can come up with. Number 3. Accept that you don't know everything and be open to learning new things. There's an old saying that goes, you don't know what you don't know. And that's especially true when it comes to learning. We all have things that we're good at and things that we're not so good at. And that's ok. What's important is that we're always willing to learn new things and to grow and improve as individuals. That means being open to new ideas and to new ways of doing things. It means being willing to listen to others and to learn from them. It means being willing to admit when we're wrong and to learn from our mistakes. It means being willing to put in the hard work to improve ourselves. It's not always easy to do these things, but it's important to remember that we're never done learning. There's always more to learn, and we can always get better. So let's never stop learning, and let's never stop growing. Number 4. Be curious and ask questions. In life, we are constantly learning. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly taking in new information and experiences that can help us grow and improve. One of the best ways to learn is to be curious and ask questions. Asking questions shows that we are interested in learning more about a subject, and it can help us to understand things better. When we are curious, we are more likely to pay attention and remember information. Additionally, asking questions can help us to connect with others and build relationships. So, next time you're in a situation where you're not sure what to do or you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask questions. By doing so, you'll become a better learner and you'll also be more likely to find success in whatever you're pursuing. Number 5. Pay attention and listen carefully. In order to continuous learning, you have to be attentive and listen carefully in every situation. Listening is a very powerful tool that can help you learn and grow. It can also be a great way to build relationships. When you listen carefully, you are more likely to catch important details and understand what other people are saying. Additionally, listening carefully can show that you respect and care about others. One of the best ways to learn is to pay attention and listen carefully to those around you. Try to catch important details and really understand what others are saying. This will show that you respect and care about others, and it will also help you learn and grow. Additionally, listening can be a great way to build relationships. When you listen carefully, you are more likely to catch important details and understand what other people are saying. Pay attention and listen carefully to reap the benefits of continuous learning. Number 6. Reflect on what you've learned. When I look back on my life, I realize that I have continuously learned from every situation I have been in, whether it was good or bad. I believe that this is one of the most important things to do in life in order to grow and become the best version of ourselves. Whenever something doesn't go the way we wanted it to, we have the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and to figure out what we could have done better. This is how we become wiser and more experienced over time. On the other hand, when things go well, we can also learn from that and try to replicate that in the future. In order to continuously learn from every situation, we need to be open-minded and willing to reflect on what happened. We should ask ourselves questions such as, what could I have done better? What did I do well? What can I learn from this? It is only by constantly learning from our past experiences that we can hope to improve ourselves and our lives. So let's make sure to always keep learning, no matter what happens. Number 7. Apply what you've learned to improve your life. When it comes to continuous learning, it's important to remember that every situation is an opportunity to learn something new. Whether you're watching a tutorial on how to fix a broken appliance or listening to a podcast about a new way to get ahead in your career, there's always something to be gleaned from the experience. One of the best ways to improve your life is to take what you've learned and apply it to your own situation. If you're struggling with money issues, for example, you can learn about how to budget and save effectively. If you're having trouble in your relationships, you can learn about communication and conflict resolution. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, there's likely some advice out there that can help you improve the situation. Of course, it's not always easy to take what you've learned and apply it to your own life. It can be hard to change old habits, and sometimes it can be difficult to see the relevance of what you've learned to your own situation. But if you're willing to put in the effort, it's amazing how much difference it can make. Just remember to keep learning and keep applying what you've learned, and you'll be surprised at how much better your life can become.